In my second video, I am going to concentrate on the importance of communications on board the ship. Why so much importance and emphasis is placed on the communication on board ships? With ship traffic increasing around the world, it has become ever more important to improve safety and security and safeguard our environment. When critical decisions have to be made quickly to protect or enhance any of these factors, good communication between all involved in the maritime chain is very essential. The telecommunication structure for those at sea is far removed from the networks we can tap into on the land. Instead, advanced communication systems enable ship to land, land to land, and ship to ship contact using satellite, land based radio and telephone infrastructure. The state of the art of voice and data communications technology available today mean that ship owners, operators, and crew can stay in touch wherever they are. Good communications on board the ship also serve another important role, that of keeping the crew in touch with often distant friends and family. Internet connectivity, part and parcel of the channels of communications today, also allows access to email, weather and chart updates, position reporting, telemedicine, and remote diagnostics, among the many other things. Seafarers also need to be able to communicate with other ships to receive and send urgent maritime safety information and to send or receive distress alerts in an emergency to or from rescue coordination centers ashore and from nearby ships wherever they are in the world. With the above being said, we need to see where the technology has taken us today with respect to maritime communications. In the earlier days, the communications was basically being using the terrestrial propagation characteristics, which has evolved into the present system of GMDSS, which is also known as Global Maritime Distress Safety System. Now, what is the difference between GMDSS and the terrestrial communication? This is a question which many people have understood in the wrong sense, especially the students who are appearing for the examinations, whether it is the GOC exams conducted by the respective governments or for their orals and MMDs. The communication, as we see, which was using terrestrial propagation and has evolved into the present satellite based and data driven communication system. In the olden time, we had the coast radio stations and the communications was basically being carried out using the MF, the HF frequencies. And the method of communications in the olden days was either using Morse telegraphy, which we call the WT or the wireless telegraphy, and then we had the radio telephony. The difference between Morse telegraphy and radio telephony is, of course, if you have to send a message using Morse telegraphy, you need to be an expert in sending and receiving Morse telegraph signals, which was a daunting task for the students in those years. And it has been a real enjoyment for people like me who have cleared our COP second class exams and has the license called the COP license. And we used to really enjoy those days when we used to communicate with the shore stations using Morse telegraphy, and of course, radio telephony. The radio telephony, which the principal frequency we use today, is 2182 kilohertz. for radio telegraphy or the WT. We had various frequencies in the medium frequency band, with the 500 kilohertz being the international distress, safety and routine calling frequency, whereas for the radio telephony it is the 2182 kilohertz. Now the disadvantages of terrestrial communications is, as I said before, the expertise in sending and receiving Morse telegraphy was the main thing. But over the period, research have been conducted and the concept of GMDSS has been made possible, where we use the frequencies 2182 and the related MF bands from 4 megahertz to 22 megahertz for the HF communication, and also we use a technology called the DSC, that is the digital selective calling. What is digital selective calling? It is an information transmitted over long range in packets, whereby the information transmitted travels fast and reaches its destination, and using various other techniques, today DSC has become an important part of the communication system. To know more about, watch my next videos. Thank you.